Did you know that there is a field of infinite possibilities, infinite potential that contains everything you want and everything you don't want and everything in between? It's already there right now, just waiting to be called forth. There's no need to create anything. It's more a matter of selecting. You can select anything you want. You can literally just choose and claim it, and you do it via your body, your energy molding instrument. If your life contains a lot of things you don't like right now, please know that you are doing it. You are selecting it unintentionally and bringing it forth into your reality. That's good news, because it's just a matter of shifting and claiming the stuff that you want, the stuff that you desire. It's your birthright. It's a matter of alignment. Understanding the principles in this video has the potential to change your life. So something tells me you want to keep watching this video. Hey, what's up you guys? I'm Fernando and welcome to my channel. In this video, we're gonna tap into the principles contained in the book Reality Transurfing. We're going to begin by speaking about the field of infinite potential, infinite possibilities, the alternative space. And that's the name Reality Transurfing uses for the field, okay? The quantum field, quantum physics, right? Fourth dimension is Neville Goddard's name for this. Let these lines here represent an infinite field with infinite potential. So this doesn't look infinite, but please use your imagination right now and imagine these lines expanding into infinity. It's infinite. Everything that is, was, and ever will be is already there right now. Remember, there's no time. The present moment is all we've always had. Your desires are there waiting to be called forth. The undesirable outcomes are literally there right now as well. And if you're receiving them, it means you're creating it. You're just bringing it forth. So let's shift that. Let's flip that. Okay, so do you see that there are four colors here? There are sectors in the field. Okay, so let the colors represent the sectors in the field. Some sectors contain like low vibe things, you know, things you don't want. And then other ones have maybe like a mix of both. And then maybe other sectors have everything you want. It's all frequency, okay? We're talking about frequencies here. So everything is literally right there, right now. And how do we create, how do we select from this field? Our body, our energy, basically our mind and our heart, our aura, our electromagnetic field. So let's look into that more deeply now. This is your mind. Your mind sends out electric signals. Thoughts have frequencies. When you're having thoughts, you're sending out an electric signal. And this signal is accessing the beautiful, beautiful field at all times. Okay, there's no interruption. Remember, manifestation is not about materializing your wish list. Manifestation is everything. So we basically manifest all the good, all the bad, and everything in between. You've been manifesting all along. Okay, learning manifestation is about harnessing this power, this ability, so to speak. It's not starting something new. You've always been doing it, okay? So your thoughts have always been sending out an electric signal into the field. And when you do that, you have a thought, and then you access or you light up a section, like a sector in the field. So you're having a thought of X quality. You are lighting up, you are initiating, you're choosing a specific sector in the field that matches that frequency of your thoughts. And so that's the first step. You're lighting up that area of the field. And the field is infinite, don't forget. Everything is already there, okay? So that's your mind. It's an electric signal. Then we have the heart. The heart is the emotion. It's the magnetic signal, and this signal is an inward signal. So we have an electrical signal that is sent out and an emotional charge that pulls in, that draws in what you're selecting from the field to you, to your reality. So it's inwards, you see? electromagnetic field, that's your aura. This is how you're creating from the fourth dimension. And so if the electric signal you're sending out, your thought, is positive, and your emotional charge matches that thought, and it's also positive, what's happening is you're materializing it into your reality. And this becomes your manifestation. If your thought is of a low frequency and your emotion is of a low frequency and they match, bam, manifestation happens. And so the key for manifestation is finding alignment between the electric signal and the magnetic charge. Unity between mind and heart. So when you hear people talking about mind and heart coherence, that's what they're referring to. Mind with the thoughts, focusing on what you want, and the emotions, the feeling. Feeling is the secret. Neville Goddard has literally a book called that, right? So if you're only thinking of what you want, but there's no emotion, you just have one half of the process like going on. You're sending out the signal, but you're not magnetizing that to you because the emotion is not there. So what happens sometimes is you have a positive thought of something you want, but there's no unity because your heart is feeling otherwise. It's feeling like you're not worthy, right? That's the emotion you have. I'm not worthy, I don't deserve it. And so there's no unity there. And so your manifestation power is not very effective. And so you don't see that result coming into your reality. Let's flip that and think of when we're having thoughts of negativity, the things we don't want, and then your emotions match that, and then you're feeling fear, you're feeling resentment, whatever. There's unity there. What happens is you are lighting up a sector in the field that contains the undesirable outcome. So that's the thought. You send the signal here, lights up that sector that contains something negative, and then you feel the emotion that matches that quality of the thought, and then that negative outcome is going to materialize for you in your experience. And so we've done this so many times in our lives, right? Manifesting bad things. Why is it that manifesting bad things is sometimes easier than manifesting our desires? There's no contradiction there. The mind thinks something, the heart believes it, and then you get everything you don't want. There's no feeling there saying, oh, I'm not worthy of being poor and not manifesting abundance. So you're having thoughts of scarcity, emotions of, scarcity, and then that's what you manifest. And there's nothing there to contradict that. And so to manifest what you want, there's gotta be unity between mind and heart coherence. If you look at these 3 stick figures over here, it'll be a little more clear. So this person over here is finding unity between heart and mind, but with something positive. Your electromagnetic field is finding unity, is congruent, so it's powerful, it's potent, it's expansive. It aligns with the universe. You're magnetic, your manifestation power is strong, so you're manifesting the positive things you want. See? Manifestation coming into your reality. The second guy over here is coherent too. There is unity between heart and mind, but with negativity. It's still coherent, as you can see here in the aura, but the aura is more constricted, not expansive, as you can see here. The manifestation power is also strong, so all of the things he doesn't want is coming into his reality. Now the third person is in a state of disunity, so the mind is thinking one thing and the heart is thinking something else. What happens to the aura in this case is it's very chaotic, it's very messy. And you're not really materializing, you're not really manifesting much. Can you see the arrow here? It's not as strong. So you're not really pulling from the field anything. So you find yourself in a state of stagnation. When I was an ESL instructor, I was working a job I did not like, I did not resonate with. I felt like I was going nowhere, but I didn't know what to do. I started a baking channel as I was teaching my classes in hopes of being able to like shift careers. And so my mind had good thoughts, but my emotions were somewhere else. This was prior to my spiritual awakening, so I did not know that I was inherently worthy of everything, that I am one with all that is. I had no idea of any of these metaphysical things, And so my mind was trying to go someplace, but my emotions were like, so I wasn't really manifesting much. Although I had some success with the channel, it did not really allow me to like shift careers. I was working a lot, putting so much effort into this new project, but the results were not coming and I was feeling frustrated. I was feeling stagnant. That's literally what was happening here. If I were to be having negative emotions, negative thoughts, altogether, I would be manifesting problems after problems after problems, which was not my case. So you see, there are two ways there. So the problem here is that you're not manifesting much and you're like stuck. The problem here is that you're manifesting problems after problems, right? And so ideally where we want to be is here, with a strong, coherent aura, finding alignment and unity between heart and mind, focusing on the sectors of the field that contain the things that we want. Now, reality transurfing also talks about something they call inner intention and outer intention. I don't really love these names because they may be a little abstract, so I'm going to give you synonyms for them so it's easier to understand. But basically, inner intention is your ego will. Inner intention is when you are efforting. It's ego-driven. So you're manifesting, finding alignment between heart and mind, accessing the sectors of the field that contain everything that you want. But then you're like, okay, what do I do to make this happen? You're imposing your will on reality. You're causing resistance. You're blocking the universe. We're not allowing the universe to deliver. We're not allowing the things we want to be brought forth from the fourth dimension, from the alternative space. And then there's outer intention. Outer intention is about the natural flow. It's about detachment. So you do your job, which is this, and then you detach, and then you allow. You're not imposing your will on reality, thinking that your conscious mind knows better than literally the universe. Right? I know it's tricky, a bit of a trap there, right? But that's what we get to work on with love, allowing, detaching, trusting. It's about trusting in the process. It's about forgetting the how. That's another trap. How am I going to make this happen? How is this going to work? Do you know why focusing on the how just messes things up? As I said in the beginning, the thoughts we're having are constantly reaching the field at all times. And so when we do our job here, and then we're like, how am I going to make this happen? We're still having thoughts. And so therefore, we're still sending out signals into the field. And so when we're like, how am I going to make this happen? Your mind is literally thinking of the obstacles. How am I going to make this happen? Oh, it seems too big. Like problems in your mind, the thoughts. And so these thoughts are going to begin lighting up sectors in the field that contain the problems your mind is coming up with, literally, right? And then if you begin feeling the emotion, oh my gosh, it's too hard. Oh my gosh, you begin fearing, oh, it's not going to happen, right? And then there's unity between mind and heart. That's why you materialize. And then the problem appears and you're like, and you prove yourself right. Like, I knew it. It's not possible. And then you begin thinking that this doesn't work. The law of attraction is nonsense. But no, it's just your power in effect. And so when we are allowing and trusting, we are lighting up what we want, mind, with the thought, and then you feel the emotion. Visualization is good to engage the emotions, right? Gratitude is great because it raises your frequency, your state of being, your emotions. These are tools to keep you up there, up high. And then you allow and you trust. Because that's how the universe can deliver things. If we place our order, so to speak, and then we begin thinking of the how, that's what we're doing. And then we're bringing forth from the field the problems, because the field contains everything. So Neville Goddard used to say that God is your wonderful, beautiful imagination. Our imagination is everything. So everything you can imagine, there is a match in the field for that. So, and more than we can imagine, right? So everything you can imagine can be brought forth, or as Bob Proctor used to say, if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. You see? So don't focus on the how. It's a huge, 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 huge trap. It's not your job. In reality transurfing, there's something they call the alternatives flow. So the alternatives flow is about reducing importance. So if you place your order, you have a desire that you want to manifest, and you're making it too important, too big, too much, and you're putting it on a pedestal, that's creating resistance. And the universe, it's going to balance out the imbalance you created, and when that happens, you don't get what you want. Drop importance. Having what you want is natural for you. If it doesn't feel natural, it's going to be too important and you will not get it. It's also about noticing the signs, going with the flow, seeing the synchronicities. We live in a video game. And so are you paying attention to everything that's going on around you? Or do you watch videos, read books, and then when you close the book, you go back to your reality and the reality is solid again? No. It's a video game. You get to pay attention to the signs. What is the universe trying to communicate back to you? It's also about letting go, as we said before, non-attachment, release, trust, let go. And it's also about staying present. Watch for the signs. What kind of inspired action can I take today? Inspired. And so this is the process of manifesting, creating from the fourth dimension in a nutshell. When I was in 8th grade, I remember thinking, that was the year before high school, right? I had no male friends anymore at the time. I had some female friends, and I remember thinking, oh boy, high school next year, I think that's gonna be very tough, because we all wear uniforms up until 8th grade, but then in high school, there won't be uniforms anymore. So everyone is gonna come wearing their regular clothes. And I feel like it's going to be challenging for me because, the kids will be feeling so mature and so adult, and I feel like I'll be bullied. That's literally what I thought, okay? I think I'll be bullied next year, yeah. Without uniforms, I don't know, man, it's going to be tough. And so these were the thoughts I was having, and I was sending out these signals to the field, so I was literally lighting up that. And my emotions were like, yeah, total unity, total match. It's like, next year is gonna be bad. You know what I mean? Like, oh my gosh. And so when the school year began, I remember going to school and feeling all those things. Guess what happened? I began to be bullied. Literally. Because we're that powerful. And so I created that. And for years I was like, I was right. I would tell people that. I knew it. I just knew it. And I did. That's the power of manifestation. There was nothing inside of myself contradicting that I wouldn't be bullied. There was no feeling like, oh, I'm not worthy of being bullied. You know what I mean? There was none of that. And so total unity, and that's literally what happened. And so if you think of negative manifestations that you have had, think about this. The thoughts, the emotions, was there unity there? Probably. There's nothing to contradict. But then when it's time for us to manifest our desires, then it's like, oh, but I'm not worthy. And so if you're wanting to manifest something and it's feeling tough, be kind with yourself, okay? Don't force it, because forcing it is not gonna help. Maybe try something smaller, something that you can engage your emotions more easily. And so to find unity is a matter of acceptance and remembering who you are. You are a spiritual being, an eternal cosmic spiritual being, a spark of light, one with all that is, having a human experience. The more we remember this, the better and easier it becomes for us to remember that we are worthy right now. You are so worthy. To quote Bashar, he once said, "How dare you think that you're the only one who is not worthy? How dare you put yourself on that pedestal when everyone is inherently worthy right now?" So remember this. You are worthy right now. So if your manifestation is feeling a little too big, maybe do something a little smaller and work on that with love, because you can literally have anything you want. You can call forth, you can select from fourth dimension anything you want, and it's already there right now, just waiting for the unity of your heart and mind. And so don't stop your journey here. I have made 2 videos that complement this video very nicely. One is about the fourth dimension, a chapter in one of Neville Goddard's books. And another one is about importance, reducing importance, and how importance gets in the way of you achieving what you want. So I'm gonna go ahead and link both videos so you can check them out right now.